Hey, everybody. It is Mike, and I'm joined for the second week in a row here for This Week in Sports Cards by Chris Sewall. Chris, how are you?
What's going on, man? Doing
It's
well.
great to have you. This week in sports cards, I like to focus on things that happened in the past week. And of course, last week there hadn't been anything. This week, there's really been one thing that has happened, and I know you're completely unaware. You've been
Yeah.
haven't been watching any YouTube, but on Twitter on Tuesday night into Wednesday, a bunch of examples blew up where an eBay seller, an eBay buyer was buying cards, $40, $50 cards. And when he would receive them, he would take a picture of himself holding them and then ask ChatGPT or some other AI program to make it look like the card had been destroyed. And then he would take those images and go back to the seller and say, hey, look at how this card arrived. I want a refund. And sellers were refunding him, but somebody started posting about it saying, what is up? How does this even happen? And people started looking at it and saying, hey, I had the same exact thing happen. Was it this buyer? Yes, every single time. It was 5 or 6 people, sellers, with the same exact buyer using AI to destroy his card, destroy it in terms of the image. What's your take on that?
No. Oh no. What was the end result? Like, are people going after him? Has he been?
Yeah, can you hear me? Am I frozen again? Man, am I frozen still? Am I good?
No, you're good. There's a small chance it's me. I think
No, it's
it's
been
your.
happening with Greg too. I think it's my StreamYard.
Okay.
Uh, so the end result on this is that he has deleted all of his social media. He had a TikTok that people found.
He had presence on social media.
Yes, as a sports card seller.
Oh, okay.
And people found all of his social media. They private messaged him all over the place, and he has deleted all of his social media. People reached out to his wife, who's an attorney, and I don't know what happened with that, but they wanted to let her know that her husband was scamming
Scamming.
people online,
Mhm.
and he has changed his name on eBay a couple times and says that he's deleting his eBay, but it takes time to delete your eBay account or eBay store.
Okay.
He sells cards on eBay, although not anymore. And he said that he's no longer involved in selling sports cards because it's not worth it with all this stuff that's happened to him playing the victim card, of course.
Yeah, that's how many were there? There were 6?
Yeah, there are 5 or 6. And so I did a video on it Wednesday, I think, or maybe Tuesday afternoon. And then Neo did a video on it.
Okay.
And then Jeff Wilson and Teapot did a video on it too.
I've been living under. This was on Tuesday. I've been under a rock for the last 3 days. I guess so. Yeah.
I guess so, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he did 6, or he did roughly 6, and
Yeah. 6 that are known, that are out there publicly.
that are out there publicly.
And you
Yeah.
gotta think he was doing it a lot. In fact, with one of them, he, accidentally in a message with a seller,
Mhm.
when he said to the seller, "Hey, look at the mail did to the card you mailed me," he then accidentally posted a photo of a different card and said, "Make this card look the same." So he
Oh,
thought that his eBay chat was his ChatGPT prompt,
okay.
and that went viral too.
Okay. So he's not the brightest criminal
Yeah.
out
Yes.
there. So there's no like debate as to maybe this is the biggest coincidence of all time, and six packages all got damaged in the same thing.
No, no,
No,
no, no, no, no. You
it's
can
like,
tell, in fact, if you look at the cards, the real images of the cards with the AI images of the cards, you can see there are ever so slight differences in the autographs in some cases, and in one of them, the serial number was completely removed by AI,
okay.
and the player's socks were gone as well. Like the player's photo was d- shifted down some.
Yeah.
But if you're not looking carefully,
You wouldn't.
n
Yeah. I
yeah,
would have. I would have missed that. I'm sure, because it was a $40 card. I would have missed it. Yeah.
right, and that's the point I was making on my video was a lot of people on Twitter were saying, "Well, why would he do this on $40 cards?" And the answer to me was, well,
If I can
because
do it on.
this right, a seller is going to take great care if it's $1,000 card. But if it's a $40 card, you're just gonna say, "Ah, shoot, I can't believe that happened. I'll refund your money," right?
Well, and on $1,000 card, it's gonna be eBay. The eBay protection is there.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, so over $250, eBay authenticity guarantee is going to protect the seller.
yeah,
But these $40 cards, there was a $20 card, a couple of $40 cards, a $50 card. So as a seller,
yeah.
let me get your take just on the scam itself. It's pretty brilliant, right?
I mean, it's a good scam because eBay is going to protect the buyer. They tend to do that. You're keeping it under the $250. So most, especially big sellers, if who sell a lot of cards, if I sell somebody sells 20 cards a day, and once in a while somebody comes back and says, hey, this $40 card got damaged in the mail, I don't even argue it. I just refund it. Here's the $40.
Right.
Sorry, it's not worth my hassle to have it shipped back and check on it, whatever. So yeah, if he's dealing with big sellers, probably most of them are just going to give him his money back. So that's probably a scam that he could. I mean, I remember you saying this. You said this to your kids about stealing. Like, if you steal, you're going to get away with it, but if you steal constantly, you're going to get busted.
Yeah,
And
you can get away with it for a
yeah,
time, but eventually you're gonna get caught.
yeah,
Stealing, lying, whatever it is you're gonna do that's against the law. And when I say that this scam is brilliant, it's insanely scummy,
oh yeah,
but I I think Jeff and Teapot talked about how this type of scam is only going to get more evil, more smart,
with AI,
smarter. Yes, absolutely. This guy was just an idiot.
yeah.
There must be tools that eBay has that say, "Hey, this guy's requested refunds or received refunds a dozen times in the last week," and have eBay look into it, right? Shouldn't there be?
Well, that was the first thought I can do, because the problem is, let's say AI can make that photo so realistic that nobody could tell. Uh, there's nothing. I don't think there's anything anyone can do, because eBay is going to support the buyer. So I think the seller's just out of luck when you're dealing with a scammer, unless what you just said is the answer. And I don't think eBay has that good of a system in place. Like, if they see somebody constantly returning things for full refund, or if they see constantly getting partial refunds, then that should be flagged. I don't know that system's in place. I certainly hope it is.
But
But
as
like,
a seller,
if this guy 6 different times reached out to someone and said, "Hey, my thing was damaged, give me a refund," and he got 6 refunds within a short time, eBay should flag that.
yeah, they should.
Yeah.
So this guy isn't requesting he's not returning them, and none of these sellers only one of the sellers said, "I'll be happy to refund you as soon as you return it to me,"
Good.
and then
Yeah.
he just ghosted them.
Yeah.
So isn't that your best bet on this? Even though it's only $40, isn't your best angle as a seller to just say,
Return it.
"Return it to me and I'll refund you."
Absolutely. But again, if you're a big seller and you're dealing with a lot of things, it's not even worth your time to have
Right.
to track that, keep track of when it arrives, remember what the package was, remember whose it was, check the car. It's not even worth the time on a smaller item.
How many
Yeah.
cards a month how many cards a month do you sell on eBay?
I sell about 5 items a day, or so,
Okay.
but I don't sell anything under a few $100s, or
Okay.
sorry, under $100. Yeah.
Okay. So if you're I don't know, DC Sports 87,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
not how do they prevent this from happening to themselves repeatedly?
Oh, by the way, if that happened to me, well, let's see. If that happened to me and if that happened to them, what I imagine they would do is, let's say somebody says, I have a $40 card you shipped me and it came damaged, and they suspected something was up, they would just refund the 40 and then block that person. Which is what I would do if I suspected it was a scam. It's not worth
Interesting.
the fight, from my end, time wise and stress wise. But I don't want to deal with that person again.
Hmm.
If I assume it's a scam, I mean, maybe it's I assume, oh, this probably really did happen. But if I have suspicion,
Yeah, and it seems to me that eBay should have some the way to catch it that we just talked about, but also if a lot of sellers are blocking a certain buyer,
yes, yes, yeah, I hope there's some algorithm that calculates all that. If somebody's getting blocked a lot, if they're returning a lot, if they're getting a lot of partial refunds or full refunds, yeah, a large percentage, then that's a flag.
So, yeah, there's so many questions about this scam that are left unanswered, and I'm not sure that we'll ever find out.
Yeah.
Have you as a seller ever been scammed on eBay?
Yeah, I was because you asked me that to come prepared with that. I don't know of a time where I was definitely scammed, but there's been many times when I was quite suspicious. And for those times, I basically just accepted, took the L, took the loss, and blocked the person. Um, there's actually been a lot of those. There was even one fairly recent. Um, somebody just received the package, said it was empty, and sent a picture of it was in a bubble mailer. They said it was empty. They sent a picture of the bubble mailer with a cut, there was like a rip in it.
Sure.
I mean,
What
what
do
can
you
I do?
do?
I have no, the only thing I could have done in theory was record myself putting it into but even there, I guess even there, like it gets ripped in shipping and falls out. I'm responsible according to eBay's rules.
Yeah.
So, in that situation, did that really happen? Maybe, but I think more likely the person is scamming me. So I've just gave them the refund and blocked them.
And can you then leave negative feedback for them?
No, eBay does not allow you to leave negative feedback for buyers, which they used to a long time ago. You can report a buyer if they do something really wrong. But I don't think I reported. If I'm like not sure, I wouldn't report them. I would just block them.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And I know eBay uses AI for a lot. Like customer service is almost all AI, and I have to imagine that if you were to report them and say, "Hey, can you look into if this buyer is doing this a lot?"
Yeah.
It would probably just be an AI response, and just like on
Yeah.
Twitter, they'll say, "Well, we're looking into this problem," and it's always the same exact wording,
Yeah.
and nothing ever gets resolved.
No. Well, so you don't do any selling on eBay, right?
The last card I sold was almost 2 years ago on eBay.
And are you a regular buyer?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You buy 5 cards a day.
No, I have next to me probably 5 packages from the past week or so. So, I would
Oh,
say an average of, I don't know, 3 a week. I
okay.
just bought a card from you off ComC.
Did you? Oh, cool.
I
On
did.
Etsy though, not on eBay or on
Yeah,
no. Yeah. Okay. What was it?
yeah. It was, a early Red Sox Topps Chrome Refractor, I think.
Oh, okay.
And, I was just searching and I found the one I was looking for, and I went to buy it, and it was, well, owned by Sewell.
Cool.
Yeah.
Hope it was a
It's
good price.
a oh, yeah. It was the second time it's happened.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah, but so have you ever? As a buyer, because you probably haven't experienced that when something happens to you as a seller, eBay just doesn't have your back. They always support the buyer, which is their model, and I don't even blame them for that. Have you experienced? I guess you wouldn't have experienced anything like that, really, since you haven't sold.
Well, about 4 years ago, I bought a collection. First time I'd ever bought a collection, and, in that collection was some, WWE, well, back it was WWF,
Hmm.
wax packs and cards and things like that, and I sold a lot of them. I made more than what I paid for the collection back just in the WWF stuff,
Hmm.
and I remember I'd taken great care in shipping, and when one of them was all of them, I got great feedback on them, but one guy private messaged me and said, "Hey, look at how this arrived." And he sent me a photo that I felt like, I don't think my package arrived that way.
Yeah.
But and this is years, I barely remember it, but I do remember being like, "I have to fix this." And so I said to him, "All right, I'll give you half your money back and you can keep everything." And he
Hmm.
agreed to it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of what I would often offer. Another one I'm fairly sure I got scammed on was I had it's sort of an oddball item. It's a 1992 Little Suns set with which is like a minor league set. and it has Derek Jeter in
Derek
there,
Jeter.
and it's an expensive card. And there's actually even a long shot of getting a Derek Jeter auto out of it, but it's
Mm,
a very long shot. But the set is sealed, but it's sealed. It comes in a like a 30, I don't know, like a snap case, and there's a sticker that prevents you from opening it. And if the sticker is broken, obviously the seals. And so I had one sealed and I sold it, and I want to say it was like a $600 item. And the person received it and then said that the seal had been broken. And he said the Jeter was in there, but the seal was broken. And he he actually sent it back for a full refund. But I'm quite certain that he received it, opened it. The Jeter was pretty off centered, so he was probably not happy with that.
yeah,
And he claimed that it was opened. And again, he just sent me a picture of the seal ripped, but he could have just done that.
of course.
And I have no recourse. I mean, I can refuse, and he'll give me negative feedback, and eBay will make me refund him. So there's no point in refusing or fighting. Like there's nothing for me to do as the seller.
That's crazy. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
I mean, I can report him if I'm like sure, but I mean, was there a 10% chance that I did screw up? I guess, but
Yeah.
yeah.
We should just since we're talking about you and your eBay store, what is your eBay store? I know you put Sewell or something, right?
Yeah, it's just my last name, Sewell. It's the whole thing. I don't need any numbers at the end because I was there in the 90s. I think I started in like
Wow.
98. Yeah.
That's
So it's
awesome.
not like Sewell 087 or something.
Huh, that's crazy. I'll try to remember to put the link to it in the description here.
Yeah.
It's a crazy world out there, and I see there was I think I did 2 scam videos in the fall on eBay scams. I don't remember what those were. There's just so many.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember. Well, one of them wasn't an eBay scam. It was just a buying online where one guy convinced 2 other people that they were mailing cards to each other, but they were actually mailing to him and paying him too.
Yeah.
Tricky stuff.
I saw that one. Oh yeah, I remember that one. And they like sent it to a church or something, or not
Something
a
like
church,
that.
like an abandoned in the same city.
Yeah.
That one was a pretty in-depth scam, or a
Yes.
pretty complex, thought out scam.
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
So, as a seller,
Yeah.
other than just saying, "Well, I got to eat it," how do you protect yourself?
So if it's so the eBay authenticity guarantee program, I know a lot of people don't like it. I freaking love it because it is designed. It's a huge net positive for sellers, and I think it's one of the few things eBay's ever done that is a huge net positive for sellers. I think it's probably like kind of a wash for buyers because they get a little extra protection, but they also have to wait longer. And I think there's been some issues with it. Maybe I don't know. Have you experienced it as a buyer?
I have a PO box, and one of the loopholes is that they don't ship to PO boxes.
Okay, that's annoying.
So it won't go through the eBay authenticity guarantee if the buyer has a PO box.
Oh, do they
But
just bypass it, or you have to give a different address?
completely bypasses it.
Oh,
But there was one time. So I've bought a few things that should have qualified for authenticity guarantee. One time it still went through it, and it still shipped it to my PO box, which I didn't understand why.
why would they
If
not
that's
PO box?
because it's done by FedEx, and I guess FedEx doesn't ship to PO boxes.
Okay,
So I don't know, but yeah, that one time it still went through. It was a good experience as a buyer. It didn't take long. I think it may have been from the time I purchased it and paid for it. It was like 10 days.
yeah,
So I thought that was pretty fast.
right. Although if they didn't do it, you would received it in 4 days, right? Probably or something.
Sure.
So that's the trade off. But so would you? So you were fine with this service? Like you're like I would do that. I'd prefer to have it in 10 with a little extra protection than have it in 4.
In that case, yeah, absolutely. I can't. I know that there would be some instances where I'd want it quicker,
Yeah,
but with all the fake slabs that are out there, fake cards, like even Jeff talked about how somebody came up to him at a show last year
mhm.
and was trying to sell him fake slabs, and he didn't do enough, honestly. He was just like, "Hey, these are fake," and then just let the guy continue selling cards at his table.
I don't know.
But, yeah, there are people out there with fake slabs. Etsy, fake PSA slabs like
Yeah, all
crazy on
over,
Etsy.
all over. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, as going back to your original question, as a seller, I love it because it truly protects. You can't scam me on a $250 and up card, uh, or at least it eliminates any scam I can think of. But the other thing you can do, and I do often, is um, if it's a really expensive item that's not going to go through that, I'll actually literally record myself packaging it up, showing the card, to make a video, record myself packaging up, taping it up, putting the label on the box, marking the label in a way where it couldn't be faked, and yeah, and shipping it out that way. I don't even That's never come into play, but I don't even know if that would help. But I imagine it might if like there was a like if it was like a PayPal thing. PayPal is not a always support the buyer company. They're more balanced. But with eBay, you probably need some sort of protection like that.
So, when you take those videos, do
Yeah,
you just keep them on your phone somewhere, or do you store them in a drive?
they're literally on my phone, and I delete them a month later. Right?
Hmm,
Yeah, or delete them later whenever they're long overdue.
yeah,
Yeah,
and you never had to use those?
I have not. No, no. I don't. I mean, I actually there's actually I actually think there's very few scams. Like given how much I sell, I've sold in my lifetime, and the number of times there's been a scam, it's a very very small percentage. But for eBay, but it's obviously there.
Yeah, I think that's, it's a good clarification.
Yeah,
Obviously, there are millions of card transactions probably every single month, and a
yeah,
very small percentage of them result in scams. So this more of awareness, being aware of them. And
yeah,
I think that fewer of them end in scams because of awareness, because people are so the awareness of it is so heightened thanks to social media.
yeah,
Now, another one that I just saw is the AI coin. You know what a coining is when you coin a photo
yeah,
online?
yeah. So they
So
can.
for anybody who yes, for anybody who doesn't know, if you're trying to sell on Instagram or Twitter, you take a photo of your card and you write down your name and the date on a piece of paper next to it. And
Yeah,
now people are using AI to
yeah,
create that fake coin, the name and date. So
right.
they're stealing an image of a big card, and then they use AI to make it look like they've written their name and a date next to on a piece of paper next to the card, and then they sell it in quotes, and then they've never actually had the card, but they
Yeah,
collect the money for it.
yeah,
And so people are more aware of that scam too, because that's going around a lot lately.
yeah. The simplest thing is in this industry, do if there's any way you can get scams, just avoid it. Like if anyone wants money up front, just don't even consider it. I mean, if you want to use PayPal goods and services or something to protect you, actually, PayPal goods and services is pretty impressive. I've actually that's a scam. That was not an eBay scam, but yeah, bought a card, paid with PayPal goods and services. The card never arrived. I got my refund via PayPal. So uh,
Yeah.
yeah, but
And that's another one that we hear occasionally on social media is people who have built up trust. You know, they sell a $20 card,
yeah,
goods and services, then they sell a $40 card, goods and services to the same person.
yep,
And then now you've done business with them twice and they do oh, I've got this $800 card now.
yep,
Are you interested in this? This one I have to do friends and family. And the person's like, well, I've done two cards and they were trustworthy,
yeah.
and they fall for it.
No, I have a strict like I have a strict. There's I don't there's nobody like and you have to set the line like because otherwise the line just keeps moving or something. No, I either pay after I've received the cards or if I'm paying up front, it's goods and services and there's no exceptions.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
assume you have a business account where you can only accept money, goods and services.
I can only accept money, goods and services,
Yeah.
yes, but I can pay via friends and family.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a wild time out there, especially with AI and just imagining what other AI scams might come about.
that's a little scary. The AI thing, man. I didn't. Yeah, I mean, you can. People are going to get clever. Hopefully it's all idiots like this guy who get clever and get caught right away.
Well, yeah, when you do it 6 times and people start posting about it and people say, "Oh, hey, the same exact thing happened to me. Was it this guy?" Yeah, it was.
and this guy and the player's missing his shoe on the card. What's up?
Right. So what
Yeah.
else is going on in your world?
Not much. All's well. I'm going to look at a collection on Tuesday. How about your world?
Good. I work full time in a corporate company. I don't get the fun of buying collections and sorting cards all day.
Yeah, I've asked you this before, but how many hours a week do you put in towards playing with cards and your channel?
Most of it is just my channel and other things related to the channel. I
Yeah,
would say 6 hours a week.
for the channel.
And yep. And I don't really do a lot of playing with cards. I don't have a lot like
Well,
I
playing with
have.
cards includes, like searching eBay or
Oh,
yeah,
geez.
or watching other like watching other YouTube videos where that's like what you're doing, not like his background stuff.
Probably another 6 hours.
Okay. Yeah.
But I don't watch a whole lot of YouTube. I
Yeah.
do a lot of searching for cards and reading about cards and
Yeah.
researching cards and things like that. That
Okay.
I love it. I don't consider it work. I don't think of my channel as work the vast majority of the time either.
Yeah. Okay. So 6 and 6. So
Yeah.
12 hours a week. That's a solid little side thing you got going on there.
How much time do you spend on cards a week? Got to be like 80.
Oh, it's a lot. Yeah. That's a good question. It's not 80. I'd say it's 60 to 60. Yeah. Probably 60.
But does it feel like it? Like, do you?
No, I wake up and I want to go play with cards.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now there's aspects that are chore like shipping and some things, but no, most of it's fun.
Yeah. The shipping. Ugh. That's the worst part for me is the shipping.
Yeah, that is the absolute worst.
I was just going to ask you another question too, and now I don't remember what it was. But
so you have sold on eBay before. What's your feedback on eBay?
100%. Yeah, it's like, but almost all of it's buyer feedback. I've
That's all.
probably sold, I don't know, 50 to 100 things on eBay.
Okay. Oh, okay. So you have a little bit of seller feedback built up. Oh,
Yeah,
that's something I wish eBay would do, or would when they do a little bit. So I don't think somebody with zero feedback should be allowed to buy a $500 card.
mhm.
And I think they have some level of that, but it's not enough. Like I'm allowed to, am I allowed to do? I'm allowed to like block buyers who have like 3 negatives in the last week or something like that. I'm allowed to if I want, but I'm not. I should be allowed to block buyers with feedback like 5 and under from buying a 200 plus item. I think. I wish there was more of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. To protect sellers. Again, I'm more of a seller, but anyway, sorry, didn't mean to cut you off.
No, there was an eBay account with zero feedback a
Yeah.
week or two ago
Yeah.
that was selling a massive Tom Brady card worth, I think, tens of thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
And it got a lot of attention because it was a big Tom Brady card. But the seller had zero feedback, no buyer feedback, no seller feedback.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Doesn't that feel?
No.
Yes.
You can't. By the way, that's an easy one. eBay should not. If you have zero feedback, but also with like shill bidding, whenever there's like some card is shielded up to 20 grand and there's a whole bunch of zeros you're like, why is a zero feedback person allowed to bid $18,000 on a card? That you should have to build up to that. And maybe there is something in some steps for that, but it's not enough. And no, someone with zero feedback, I don't think they are allowed to sell that. Was it an auction, the Tom Brady card?
It was.
Yeah. Okay. Then they are. I don't think someone with zero feedback is allowed to like list a $10,000 item or something. There's limits there, but I think it's in an auction there. I mean, what's eBay going to do? I guess. But
yeah. But you can't go in and see live bidders. I guess you can. Like if somebody's bidding on your card, you can click on the bids and see if somebody has zero feedback. Can you block them from there so they can't bid again?
No. I don't think so. I actually don't sell an auction on eBay at all, so I don't really know. But I don't think so. I don't think you can do anything block wise.
Yeah.
Which is annoying, but Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of the things I sold were like in 2003 and 2004
Yeah.
when I was, getting back into cards, but I was also really into buying and selling.
Yeah.
And I was selling some childhood stuff, and I think it was a 1964. Was it the 64 Tops coins set that Clemente had one?
He's a 64 and 71.
Yeah, 64. I had a really, really nice Clemente Tops coin,
Okay.
and I sold it for $150 in 2003
On Really? On eBay? Yeah.
on eBay at auction.
Mhm.
And looking back on it, I remember when I got back into the hobby again 5 years ago, I thought, "Oh, I wonder, I regret selling that." And I looked, and they weren't going for anywhere near that much now.
No, I was gonna say $150 is a great price.
Yeah.
Whatever you were doing, you
So,
did well there.
it was immaculate.
Yeah. Okay, it was immaculate. Isn't it so having sold, like, singles on eBay, isn't it just, like, so much better to sell on COMC?
It is, and
Free
I actually
COMC here.
what?
Free promotion for COMC here.
Yeah, I was just saying last week, I know COMC, I think they're done sponsoring channels,
Yeah,
but I there are not a lot of channels, not a lot of places I would take sponsorship from, but I love COMC.
yeah, yeah,
The problem with COMC is that it takes forever to get your cards back. Like, I put in a request for cards on December, I don't know, 28th, and they said that I'd get them on or they'd ship on January 28th, so a month wait. But there were
Ha,
also
and even
780.
that.
Yeah, there were 787,000 items ahead of
Yeah,
mine,
wow.
and they're sending out between 10 and 15,000 a day. So you're
Yeah,
talking about 70-ish business days
wow,
before mine ship, if they stay at the same pace.
wow. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
they have some issues, but
yeah,
the service they provide is awesome compared to any other option.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
I love using it. It's so easy. It's kind of fun, which is weird to say, but
yeah, yeah.
I just wish you could get your cards quicker.
Yeah, me too. I agree with you on that one.
Well, that's all I had, Chris. I appreciate you
Okay.
coming on again, second week in a row.
Yeah, yeah, anytime.
I've got Teapot on next week. I don't know
Oh,
what we're
cool.
going to talk about yet.
You don't have the plan. I've actually only met him once for, like, literally 10 seconds at a card show, but
I've
what
never met him in person.
okay. But you don't have a topic yet?
Not yet. No. I'll wait for something to come up.
Yeah. Alright,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
All right. Thanks for joining me, and thanks to everybody for watching or listening, depending on where you're catching this. We will see you all next week.